I get into here. I apologize for my my playing and talking at the same time, as it's going to be awful. But this is a letter to the classic fans. It's got the traditional, they call them tank controls. The story in this one is, as you can see, you're going to be Claire Redfield. Claire Redfield, obviously from RE2 fame. I'm getting eaten by dogs at the moment. But after Resident Evil 2, she's captured by Umbrella and taken to this prison island that I'm currently on, called Rockfort Island. After that, she's dropped in her cell, and she wakes up, and she's dropped in another viral outbreak situation full of zombies and BOWs and all that nasty kind of things. Anyway, there's tons of secrets she has to find out. The story's, you know, a roller coaster ride the whole way through.
Nice.
One of my favorite soundtracks of the series, actually. I'm trying to push this guy over. There we go.
Oh, that was cool. You know, I played all of the classic RE games, 1, 2, and 3, and then I missed this one. So
yeah, so a lot of people actually missed this one, unfortunately, and it's kind of a shame. It actually debuted on Dreamcast, which wasn't like the, you know, it wasn't like the Nintendo or the Sony PlayStation 2 of the time. So not everyone got a chance to check it out.
Yeah.
So we're glad that we can bring it back to you guys, because it's definitely been overlooked by some.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, it is one of the fan favorites. You know, for those who have played it, they tend to rate it quite highly.
Definitely. Again, with the classic, it really goes with the classic line, because this one really focuses on story. Yes, there is action. Yes, there are thrills, but the story, I think, is deeper than any other Resident Evil game that I can remember playing. So.
Wow. And you know, it does, like, if you're into the classic games in particular, it looks like the best of what the classic games had to offer. Like,
right, so it kind of has the classic feel, like I said, the controls and the gameplay style. But it has cool things that you can see me. Another good example of it is coming up here when I turn on the corner. But it has a dynamic camera. So the old RE1, 2, 3, it was just a classic, you know, static background.
Yeah.
But as you can see, the background is going to kind of move with me.
Yeah.
As I go along, just to kind of get you better feel and immersed in the world. So.
Yeah, a little more versatile camera.
Yeah, I know. And you're actually going to have dual wieldable weapons in this. You have submachine pistols. You'll be able to shoot them in multiple directions.
So there's a little bit of action there.
Zombie dogs.
So the backgrounds look like they're fully rendered in polygons. Is that how it originally was?
It was.
It was.
It was. So everything has been touched up for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions.
Nice.
We're going to have full achievements. This is the X version, so we're going to have the mini battle game. Essentially, that was kind of a precursor to the Mercenaries. You'll be able to choose, I think, a couple of characters, 3 or 4 characters, run around, rack up your score, stuff like that. So.
Oh, that's cool.
So here we are in the Ashford Mansion. This is kind of the homage, a little bit of an homage to the older RE games as well.
Yeah. Big
creepy mansion, lots of stuff to do inside, of course, with zombies. Just gonna kind of give you guys a quick run through of this. I don't want to spoil it too much. Again, I said the story is really important in this game. I don't want to really, I don't want to spoil it. And again, this game is on Xbox Live Games on Demand and PlayStation Network. We had an RE panel on Friday, and one of our little bits of exclusive information that we released is we finally have a release date for these games. I haven't put a blog post up on Unity, but I'll do that on Monday, I'm sure. So on September 20th, this year, you're going to be able to download RE4, and on September 27th, Code Veronica X is going to be available.
Nice.
So, just about a month and a half, 2 months away, and you'll be playing these games yourself. So,
very cool. I can't wait.
Crisp, clear HD, full achievements. Xbox version's got 1,000 gamer score. So, for you point lovers like me, trying to boost my score any way I can, this would be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So it's got a bunch of cool things like you're not able to. I picked up a key on the floor there, but it's kind of hard to find what it actually does. So if you look at it, it really doesn't do anything. It's one of those things where you kind of have to take a deeper dive into things and look on the back of it here, and that's actually going to be a code that you use in the game. So there's a lot of things, like sometimes you'll find a briefcase, and the briefcase does absolutely nothing. But there's a little button on it, and you have to check it. You have to really manipulate the items to find what you're looking for.
A little bit of detective work.
Yeah, kind of like the puzzle solving, detective work, ammo-less Resident Evil. So definitely throwback.
So if you don't mind, I will interpret if you need sign language.
So let's jump on this computer here. I wonder what operating system they're using. It's like Umbrella Windows.
They have their own evil operating system.
And those pictures in the bottom, what are those?
Those sweet gifts.
Yeah.
You guys do want a picture with Mr. Terry.
So now this code that I found in the back of that card is actually going to be
He doesn't have a voice, but he has a smile.
actually going to be the code that I use in here. A little bit of a hint for you guys if you haven't played it, but for you veterans, I know you probably like have that tattooed on the back of your head or something, you know.
Yeah.
Very well-known marble artist.
We were at E3. We ran into plenty of guys that had umbrella tattoos. It was really cool. I'd love to see you fans just go crazy over that stuff.
Yeah.
So now that's going to unlock some doors. You're going to have a little bit more room to run around. As you can see, this is new to the HD versions. You can kind of see Claire's shadow in the background. So that wasn't available. We had like the normal like circle on the ground shadows that were like, kind of like the PS2 and Dreamcast era.
Oh wow.
But now, especially if I bring out my lighter, that's really going to like accent things. You'll be able to see like the shadow walking behind her. In this game, we've definitely have an updated, improved lighting engine. So.
Yeah.
As we go down the dark corridors and hallways, it's really going to help you navigate and kind of get you like immersed in the fear and the darkness. So,
yeah, it's such a small addition that actually adds so much.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Well, it looks
Like that's
more
super
zombies,
eerie.
and I think I'm going to get bit. Expert zombie maneuvering skills there.
Rubber bands will cost you. Put it on your tab. I know. It's true. Everything does cost at Comic-Con, but we've done so many
Mysterious room filled with guns and toys.
So many posters. These are limited to Comic-Con.
Of course, there's a big flashing button. Why wouldn't I press it? I have a short movie for you guys here.
This FMV was originally filmed on a Super 8.
This one's meant to be grainy because it's an old, it's all just like 3.5mm footage, like home movie stuff. So I don't want to spoil who these characters are, but they're definitely pivotal in the story. Two of the main, well, I guess I could say that they're definitely villains in the game. Kind of creepy, so. Yeah, definitely creepy.
It's pretty creepy.
So again, it's hidden passageways. We're gonna get low on ammo. We have our updated lighting engine. You're gonna need to walk through the dark corridors. Again, like I said before, this is kind of our homage to the classic RE fan. It's got the classic. For me, it hits the sweet spot in between the gives you the classic flavor and gameplay of the old games. But some of the higher production values, thrills, and definitely the storyline of the new game. So
Yeah.
it's really that kind of peanut butter and chocolate scenario. You get the best of both worlds. So, so now I've taken some Lugers off the wall, some decorative Lugers, and it looks like I'm baking in this room. You stay in here too long, I think you might die. But we're gonna go ahead and put those back.
Wow.
I think that's the only way we can get out of here.
Mr. Terry is busting through these like mad.
I'll jump out to the front and switch. As you can see, I'm hurt. That's another thing. I love about the Resident Evil series. Even if you don't have a life bar on screen, there's no HUD at all. On these old games especially. Definitely body language from Claire tells you how you're feeling. You'll be slump along. Zombies will be biting you.
Another thing that was definitely ahead of its time, I think.
Yeah.
Like you see that more and more
It's
nowadays.
like how, it's all about immersion, I think. Because it's like, if you have like all these life bars and gauges and stuff, and I'm getting eaten, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, how are they really going to get you into this dark, dirty world?
Yeah.
So, congrats to them on that.
And it's still very effective, you know. You play the classic games nowadays. If you set it up right, you play in the dark and you play alone and you really take the time and get into it. They're just as eerie as ever. They really have this oppressive loneliness to them.
Right. All right. So I think we're a little bit short on time. We're actually going to jump over to RE4. And again, I don't want to spoil the story too much for you guys, so